Hey guys, DearLeon here. In my last video I mentioned that I was hosting a Super Smash Bros. For Wii U tournament on August 8th. Well, here's the official video explaining the event. Everything I'm about to go over you can find at www.challenge.com/YV5MIZOU, which you can find in the description below. First, let me clear some things up. This tournament is for the Nintendo Wii U, not the 3DS. That being said, you do need the game to be eligible to participate, as opposed to the way the DS and 3DS work. You also need an internet connection, as this will be online play. The tournament is taking place on August 8th, 2015 at 2 p.m. EST, which translates to 6 p.m. GMT. It is recommended that you have a Skype account. If you do not, and do not want to download it for free, you can always just make a private chatsy the day of the event. Either way, communication with your opponent is recommended, as it can help make the tournament run much more smoother. Also, just a note, I signed up because a friend will be at my house to play for me as I run this. I will not actually be playing myself. Alright, let's jump straight into the rules. First up is sign-up information. Please sign up on the website on the screen. Again, it is in the description. It is also going to be on an annotation in the video, which will be on the entire video long. Please go to the link shown on the screen to tell me your NNID, which is this link right here, the Google Docs. My NNID is DearLeon. You're going to want to add that too, because on the day of the event, I might just join your room and start recording it. We'll see. You can just comment the NNID of yours off to the side of the Google Doc. Currently, I'm looking at a tournament where there is no sign-up limit. If you do need to leave in the hour before this tournament starts, which is the exact time that registration closes, you will simply lose the first match and the first loser's match. Please avoid this though. Two of your opponents will be very, very bored. Also, check in 1 hour beforehand or you won't get into a bracket. The sign-up button is this big blue button up here. It's right here. It says this tournament has open registration. Next, let's move on to the rules. Do not hack anything, including music, characters, and any sort of mod to the game whatsoever. Do not do glitches that Daddy Sakurai has not patched yet. Should you need to leave mid-set, you must forfeit to your opponent. Be mature at all times, too. Do not fight back at my final decisions, and do not fight with your opponent. Lastly, if both you and your opponent claim the win and there's inadequate proof as to who actually won, I may have to end up kicking both of you out of the tournament. Save your replays. Now to the tournament setup. This will be how the tournament will broadly run. This tournament will be on double elimination with a winner's bracket and a loser's bracket. Dave's stupid rule is on. Dave's stupid rule is a rule that forbids a stage from being chosen if that stage has already been played in the set. Gentleman's rule, however, is off. You may not play a stage that is not Smashville, Battlefield, or Final Destination in that order. In case you weren't sure, the first match will determine if you make it into losers or the winner's bracket. Now it's time for the real in-game rules. Make sure you know who is hosting. You can communicate with your opponent to figure out, or you can just see who the first one to open the room is. Make sure, however, that you tell me your NNID. Sets are best 2 out of 3. The semis and finals for both brackets are best 3 out of 5. The games will be 3 stocks, 8 minutes, and items will be turned off. There will be no custom moves and no equipment. However, you may use 1111, which is the default moveset of a middleweight Mii fighter. Mewtwo, Roy, Lucas, and Ryu will also be permitted. Now, the brackets. Add your opponent no later than 5 minutes of receiving their NNID. Players will have a very strict 10 minutes to join the host. This is so that we can ensure that the tournament will run as quickly as possible with no added-on delay. After the 10 minutes have passed, the host can decide if he or she wants to keep waiting for you or to just take the free win. Make sure you check in to my tournament ahead of time. This check-in time will be around 1 hour before the tournament starts, so it will be at about 1 EST to 2 EST. This is super important because you will be out of the tournament if you don't. Communication, again, is recommended to deal with disputes, should there be any. Once your set is finished, just wait. The last major thing I will be covering today about my tournament is a deal with results. Should it go into natural sudden death, meaning the time just runs out, the player with more stocks wins. If you are both on the same stock, the lower damage wins. If sudden death is initiated, the initiator wins. For example, if Bowser suicides and both of you die at the same time, it will go into sudden death. However, Bowser will be the winner since he was the one that initiated the side B. As an added note, with moves such as Ganon side B, Ganon wins since he appears on the results screen. Lastly, update the results bracket when you are done. Please do not lie. If you do, everyone will be stalled for a really long time as they attempt to fix it. If this happens, email me at this tourney's specific email, jurleon1million@gmail.com. jur1million@gmail.com. I say that because this is the email I have some documents on for this tournament. In the future, it will be a different email, which is the email I just mispronouncedly said. So if you have any questions, post them on the link shown on the screen. It is this link right here, the Google Documents. Note that this link is different from the link that was shown above, just in case you were wondering. Please note that only I can answer the questions. Once you read the answer, please delete both the question and the answer to avoid clutter. Now you have been walked through the terms and rules of my Smash tournament. I hope to see you on August 8th. Take care, everyone.